Today I'll be showing you how donk on his enemies on middle on the ancient CT side. I'll be showing donk's aggressive plays, positioning, protocols, and more so you can get a feel of how donk holds middle. What is our objective as the mid player? Your main priority is to shut down the fast mid rushes at the start of the round. By shutting down mid early on, it's going to allow you to go aggressive towards B, which I'll show here in a bit, but in the competitive scene you just never know when your opponents could pop out anytime, so you're always on alert, especially being able to break open the elbow smoke, which is very meta for Ts. Let me show you donk's favorite aggressive play. So Team Spirit like to use the double Molotov mid. They hardly ever throw the instant elbow smoke after no rush or pressure towards mid. If no one comes out, you'll see that donk smokes it off elbow, and then that allows him cover to push up towards heaven to peek down towards the B lane side. Nothing happens in that round and Navi goes towards A, so here he is using the same nade set towards mid, and this is actually in a pug, and you see he instantly goes up and pushes towards heaven, peeking down lane, chasing the frags. When you do this play, you always have to worry about any Ts that are lurking out towards mid. In this FACEIT Pug, donk's teammate throws the instant elbow smoke, and he's going to make this ledge jump, and he only does this when he is confident that the Ts are not going to come out mid fast, and you see that he is going to disrespect that smoke, and actually he runs through it like a maniac, and he's still going to continue his aggression here. This aggression peak and play from donk, where he's peeking down heaven towards B at the start of the round, is super annoying as the Ts to try to play against. The reason why he goes so aggressive towards heaven in the FACEIT Pugs is because the opponents know it's donk. They don't want to challenge him towards mid, so they're going to try to go to the other sides. So donk has to find his way and get the frags. Knowing that donk likes to go up towards the heaven side to peek towards B, one way that Mongols tried to deal with it is by throwing the heaven smoke, which after no one is towards mid and he gets the elbow smoke up, Team Spirit are going to have this aggressive tactic where they push down banana as well as cave, and you saw donk completely ignore the smoke and rushes through it. What else are teams trying to do to counter this peek towards heaven? So this time you see the T's Molotov off the Xbox here to try to jump up, and that's not going to stop donk. You see he's still going to be able to make his way up there. After throwing his normal utility towards mid, he is not going to peek up towards heaven this time. He's instead going to play in this covey very passively. I don't know what prompted donk to do this, but you can see elbow's not smoked out, and mid round he is going to go up towards heaven and peek down the cat lane side, getting a frag, and then he's going to fall back without being punished from anybody towards elbow. Mongols will come out A main. You see Shiro's on the back side, so donk is going to swing out and try to help out his teammate. Otherwise, if Shiro was playing more passive, donk would be playing retake and waiting inside donut. Like we see here in this round, mouse rush A, donk is waiting inside donut because they don't have anybody on A. One of donk's favorite off-angle positions that he likes to hold is being on this heaven ledge here. But you can see the issue with this is that it's easily flashed off, which he gets punished. When donk feels some type of mid pressure early on, you'll see that he's going to jump towards this mid donut tunnel here, and when he goes for this re-peek, Navi throws the perfect flash. In this match against Apex, they come out fast mid using this mid pressure smoke. Donk is going to break open the smoke and peek with that pop flash, catching out JChem. Make sure to use that self pop flash in your pugs, it's super effective, and you see he rotates to A because there was no other A player. Let me show you a round where donk gives up mid. So you can see that he sees early utility towards mid, he's going to throw his self pop flash, gets an early peek, then he's going to get flash. And this angle here he's holding inside donut, where he's standing in front of the totem, is a very common off angle that he likes to hold. He's actually going to give it up here, and he does have a smoke, so from here he's going to do this jiggle peek here to get info. Once he makes contact, he will smoke off donut. Once donk throws a smoke, he can go ahead and hold the smoke to see if any T's push through, or he can just give up donut afterwards and do some type of A setup with his teammate. And here Apex are going to go towards B. As the mid players, one of your roles is to help out A since you're so close to the rotation through donut. Donk, as he comes out towards mid, sees smokes going through the sky towards A. He is going to instantly rotate using the bad thrown smoke for donut as cover, gets the frag here, rotates to back site, swings out towards A main here, and even gets another, shutting down this AXQ. In this matchup against Navi definitely watched their demos on donk, and they saw against Mongols that he would rotate instantly if there was some type of pressure towards A early on. which we see Na'Vi fake the A execute. Donk immediately then gives up mid, where you see that he instantly rotates off to A and Na'Vi come out mid, but you'll see that he comes back out with his teammate to go ahead and fight for it. That is something you need to be careful for any lurkers towards mid when you do rotate out. When teams rush A or execute A, when does Donk choose to go through the smoke? If he has teammates on site, he's going through that donut smoke. If they're playing more passive, he's going to wait inside donut. Let me show you a couple looks when Donk is by himself. So here you see that Na'Vi have heavy pressure towards mid, and Donk chooses to stay inside house and window, and he chooses to throw his nades early on, then breaks the smoke, and then spams the smoke, which you're going to see he does connect and get a frag here. When you are spamming this smoke, just be careful of the reload time in between if the T's try to walk through. For the rest of the round, you'll see Donk do this jump spot to get information, and this is a very safe and effective play that a lot of pros do. Again, we're going to see Donk by himself towards mid, and he's going to Molotov and then throw a elbow smoke as well as flash. The T's are rushing A, and Donk is going to give up mid, rotates to CT where he does have an HE nade. However, the smoke break goes way too far for the nade, and now he has to play retake, which I'm not going to show, but you'll see that him and his teammates are going to wait out the smokes, and then they'll eventually be able to retake successfully. A very good off angle inside house window red room is this one here, where you're tucked in this corner, but you could go ahead and back up to hold the cross into donut. Mid to late round, this is a very strong off angle, because if the T's don't smoke off window, their main focus when they come around this corner is to clear donut, and then you're gonna blindside them, right? They're not gonna be like checking for this corner. This time around, Donk actually comes out mid despite being solo mid, and he is going to throw this flash off the wall here, which is going to be defensive flash, which he's only able to capitalize on one. When you are by yourself, you always want to be unpredictable, so you don't always want to stay inside window. You want to keep changing up what you want to do. Even if Donk is by himself and that he could get traded easily, he still needs to make these types of plays where he does go by himself out towards mid. Earlier I showed him inside window and he just threw nades from there. If he just completely only did that, then the T's can easily read him. If you find this guide helpful, make sure to give the video a like and check out my other pro CS2 guides where I cover multiple pro players playing different multiple maps and positions and roles. I'll be analyzing more pros and covering how they play certain positions and maps, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future guides.